So, good morning, everybody, and welcome to our first, actually, of 3 live broadcasts. This morning, we're here to answer everybody's questions that participated in boot camp. And at the same time, we want to share with you some of the changes that have taken place on Facebook and LinkedIn that are going to make it easier for you to build your business. As a matter of fact, today, being the 22nd of September, that means you have 8 more days to ramp up, talk to more people, and close out the month at a higher rank, close out the month with more business. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing, to prevent you, nothing, from becoming a top earner in your business. There are people that are waiting to talk to you right now. All right? Nothing. Facebook and LinkedIn have changed again. As a matter of fact, while we were in boot camp in September, 4 major changes that make it even easier for you to build your business. Leads are free, and right now you've got 860 million professional users on LinkedIn, 2.93 billion Facebook users that you can talk to, and any one of these people is easy to identify by the contents of their profile, but what they do. The green M&Ms in that bowl represent people that are looking for business, people that want to make money from home, and that number is increasing. The yellow M&Ms represent unhappy network marketers that are looking for new business. With Facebook, more and more people are going mobile. Right now, there are 201.3 million daily Facebook users, and LinkedIn has added emphasis to the feature on your Facebook profile, stories. 81.8% of Facebook users access their Facebook account every day from their mobile phone. LinkedIn, the world's largest professional social network, think about it, 860 million resumes available for you to go through, but LinkedIn is no longer a secret. They're adding 10 million new users every month, and millions of marketers are rushing to join it every month, forcing LinkedIn to make some significant changes. And we're in the process of watching a significant change take place right now. Now, it takes 90 minutes for the average person to respond to an email, but it only takes 90 seconds for the average person to respond to a text message. So today, 99% of your prospecting, recruiting, and business building activity can now be done on your mobile phone with a Facebook and a LinkedIn phone app. If you are serious about building your business and you're not on LinkedIn, then you're trying to start a fire by rubbing 2 sticks together when you could be using a butane lighter. Texting is just like talking with someone on LinkedIn and Facebook. In fact, texting is easier and sometimes better than talking. Most people don't answer their phone today, but everyone looks at their texts. A text isn't intrusive as an unexpected phone call. Texting is universally accepted. Almost everyone does it. And most new network marketers are reluctant to call people but will eagerly text someone when provided with the proper strategies and scripts. And I am giving you a foolproof best way to do it. If there was an easier way to do it, I'd be teaching you that, but there's nothing easier than this. And texting doesn't require any special skills, and there's no learning curve. Now, adding animated content to your text message is producing immediate results and as a way to impress your connections and showcase your social networking expertise. And in our boot camps, we help you set yourself up as a Facebook and LinkedIn expert. A GIF, a moving image, draws extra attention to your message, so people are much more likely to notice it and answer it much faster. Our birthday strategy, which has been a phenomenal success for years, now has more effectiveness when instead of sending someone a happy birthday wish with a static birthday image, now we use a GIF. You want to see how effective this can be? Change your birthday to Friday. See what happens. The frequent use of animated GIFs in your messages make you stand out from the crowd of other people that your prospects are talking to. They can make someone smile, change their mood, and make them respond to you faster. Monday is National Pancake Day. You don't have to wait until Monday to start sharing this information with people. So LinkedIn is using the same GIF source that Facebook uses, Tenor. You go to send a message to somebody, you can search for a specific GIF up at the top. And all you have to do is click on the image and you're good to go. Facebook also has a new feature that their algorithm gives heavier emphasis to, so it has much more visibility. When Facebook has a new feature, it's typically designed to compete with another competing social media platform, which is the reason why LinkedIn is using Tenor, because Facebook uses it. For example, when Instagram came out, Facebook was so impressed that Instagram was gobbling up a lot of their market share. So they bought them and eliminated them as a competitor. Facebook had their eye on Snapchat, but they couldn't buy Snapchat. So Facebook created stories and put it at the top of your timeline and increased its visibility. Now, let me switch screens. Okay, now, last year, Facebook added a feature with a dark screen. We go over here to LinkedIn. LinkedIn now has a dark screen. So let's come back over to Facebook. And let's go to our home page. And so yesterday I posted a story.
Life, my granddaughter
and our 3 boys, Spartacus, Simba, and Bentley. Anything you want to say to everybody, Debbie?
Happy Saturday night, Leah.
Hi.
She's the most talkative little girl you've ever seen. Now, over here, I can see who viewed it. And since the last time I looked, which was late last night, 59 new people looked at it. So this is an opportunity to reconnect with people that you've already been in touch with. And frankly, the last time I did it, I had over 1,500 people that looked at it. Some of these folks go back 10 years, 12 years, 15 years. So it gives you an opportunity. You can see the folks that are online with the green dot. This resurrects the opportunity for you to talk to people. Now, let's come up here to the top for just a minute, because frankly, if you're going to like something, love it. Use the heart. It has the most emphasis for Facebook. And you get 8 or 9 of your friends to love something that you posted, and it's going to give it maximum visibility. I want you to notice something. On Facebook, I'm sorry, yeah, on Facebook, you can see the people that recently looked at your profile. And if we wanted to chat with them, this is people that you recently chatted with. In the old AOL days, we used to call this your buddy list. Facebook. We go over to LinkedIn. Go over here to messaging, right here. You got the same thing. So you don't even have to be actively searching to pop up in here and reach out to people and start conversations. And at the end of the day, it's all about conversations. If you're not talking to 10 people a day, 15 people a day, don't tell me you're serious about your business, because anybody can do that in an hour. Anybody can do that in an hour. So then it all comes down to conversation. Well, our October boot camp starts next Thursday. And it's the beginning of the 4th quarter of the year, October, November, and December. You know, a lot of people in your business kind of slow down, they quit because it's the holiday season. And I'm here to tell you that your business will grow more in the next 3 months than for some of you. Some of you will rank advance. Some of you are on your way to do business. All right. Yesterday, I was talking to a coaching student who hadn't talked to in about 7 months. And she said, you know, Max, I really kind of got discouraged because I tried what you shared for 5 months and I never signed anybody up in my business. I said, really? Let's see why. So I jumped over, logged into her LinkedIn account. And what did I see? Number one, she wasn't active enough. She wasn't reaching out to enough new people. She wasn't talking to enough people. Hey, it's a numbers game. But if you don't progressively go out and look for new people to talk to every day, every single day, you can be talking to people. And if you're not talking to people, my friends, nothing is going to happen. 100% of the time, not 99%, not 95%. 100% of the time, if I've ever had somebody come to me and say, Max, your program doesn't work, guess what? I say to them, send me the best 3 conversations you had with prospects. They're not following the program. They're not sticking to the scripts. End of story. So let me pop back over here to Facebook. I'm sorry, to LinkedIn. And I want you to notice, I'm going to go to my messaging area. Okay. Now I want you to notice over here on the left, LinkedIn has changed up the way you handle messages. And the reason they've done this is because so many people, these are, you can determine the ones you want to focus on. And in the other category are the people that are reaching out to you that frankly are trying to sell you something. Okay. And yes, for those of you that have registered for the October boot camp and you want to join us in the October retreat, we'll be sending out an email today with a special link and a promotion code for you to do it. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to conversation. That's what it comes down to. So let me demonstrate how this is supposed to work. So I'm going to log out of my LinkedIn account. Gonna pop over here. I'm going to jump into Muhammad's account. And we're going to go over to his message area. And he's got the new form. So let's go up here and take a look at Stacy. All right. So job hunt is slow. I currently have COVID. Recently adopted a puppy. So busy with that, I've tossed around my own business. But with inflation, people aren't spending like they were. I refurbish furniture. I buy dressers, nightstands, you name it. I strip it, refurbish it, and sell it. You name it. But that's been very slow. I'm trying to figure out if I want to pursue my own business or do something remotely. Okay. Now we come down here. The answers to your questions when you're talking to somebody, what you're going to say next is in the last response. Now, it's the end of the month. And so what you want to do is you want to use the project launch script with people that you know are potential prospects. Stacy is a potential prospect. Looking for a position that will challenge me, provide me new opportunities to grow. So she was a general manager at a hotel. Let me unmute. Mohammed. Mohammed, is this the one that her husband's also in the hotel business?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I just needed to remind myself where you were with this. Okay. Let's come back. Over to the message. Now, see, you learn something about her every time. Every time you have this conversation. You've gathered enough information. You've been curious. When can I talk about my business? When? And I'm reminded, if for those of you that saw the movie Braveheart with Mel Gibson, he's doing battle with the English. No one has ever won a battle against an army that has cavalry. And so he's out there on the field with his troops. And so they send the horses. First wave, we're going to wipe these guys out. And unbeknownst to the English, they brought with them 18-foot spears. So the horses are coming. By the way, they say no horse was hurt in the filming of this. So the horses they're charging them. And Mel Gibson is going, hold, because they didn't know those spears were there. Hold, horses are getting closer. Hold, horses are going faster. The riders are confident, man, we're going to mow these people down. And Mel Gibson is screaming out, hold. And then when the horses are basically maybe 20 feet away, he goes, now they raise up those spears and that's the end of the charge. And Mel Gibson ends up winning. Their team ends up winning, the battle. They were shocked. Graphic explanation, but what you have to do before you use any of the transition scripts, before you even begin to talk about your business, you've got to have enough information. If you want to have high closing rates, the more you know about the other person, the more successful you're going to be. Now, she's been in the hotel business for a long time. So this woman knows all about network marketing. She's telling you now for the first time, she had her own business. I refurbish furniture. But that's slow. But now we're ready. Job hunt is slow. She's got COVID. She can't go out. She adopted a puppy. So as you go down the list here, we want to have a conversation. For example, what are the questions? What kind of a puppy? Well, that would be one question. I didn't know. That you had a side business. Okay. And so, but it's slow. So, question. How long have you been doing that? I'm trying to figure out if I want to pursue my own business or do something remotely. Your transition line. There are many ways. Or, well, let's take the basic template. There are many ways. Now, she wants to do it remotely. There are many ways for you to start a remote business. You use their work. That would provide you with an immediate stream. What do we want to do? We want her to ask about the business. Now, the question. Would you like to know how? At some point in time, we need to ask. Okay. And we need to explain. When I use the term network marketing, I'm referring to companies like Avon, Mary Kay. So this is your potential. Now, do we want to talk about the puppy? No. We could, but now we're down to business. That goes out. I didn't know that you had a side business. How long have you been doing that? Again, we know what the business is, and she's telling you the business is slow. We don't need that. But we do want to be a little conversational. I currently have COVID. There you go. But you can use that. Now, I'm trying to figure out if I want to pursue my own business. I didn't realize that you had a side business. and understand why it's slow going right now. Because of the economy. But there are many ways for you to start your own business. Now, what we do here is, however, I hate the word but. Okay. So we alter the transition line. Many of the that I work with on LinkedIn with jobs are launching. Actually, let's go with starting and then say are that have been struggling to find new jobs have started new careers. That generate they're generating and Mohammed, remind me, what company are you working with?
Melaleuca.
Okay. And this is where you begin the process of explaining your business. That I work with on LinkedIn that have been struggling to find new jobs, have started now. She's trying to figure out if she wants to pursue a business. Struggling to find new jobs, have started a remote business that is generating immediate income for that. Now, with and this is where we go back and we look at the details of her profile. She was a general manager, accomplished leader, sales experience, extensive background in team building. So with your extensive experience, and let's come back. Leader, sales, team builder. With your extensive leadership experience. Building teams. And your sales. You will be very successful. That's successful. Now, basically now we would normally say, would you like to know how? But we're going to add one little thing. Now we're going to bring in the project launch script. I'm about to launch a project and help 2 people. Now let's call this, I'm about to launch a special project, and let's give it a name called Senior Director 60D 90, and help 2 people. Become leaders and top earners. With me on LinkedIn and earn $20 to 40. Okay. In the next 90 days. Goal by New Year's Eve. Now, so the question is to know more of the details on how you can start remote business. Working with me. Now let's just put something in here. I've learned so much about you since we connected on here that I know working with you, and I'm confident that you would enjoy working with me. And then would you like to know more of the details on how now we're going to save the question, what do you know about network marketing, until she comes back and answers this, okay? Now, let's have a little fun, okay? So let's take this, copy it, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to save it. All right, next, I'm going to come back over here. So we'll take this out. Now, let's go over here and look at the GIF. Look at what LinkedIn is putting out here. And you look at some of this stuff, what the hell is going on here? This is not the kind of stuff that you'd expect to see on LinkedIn, not a business network. A great big hug from me to you. Give me a break. Okay. So what we do is we come up here and we'll do a search for I'm sorry, an emoji GIF. All right. This would be great if it didn't have a heart. Now we want to be professional. All right, so let's go with this one. So first, we send that over. Now, we're going to come back to the message. The gift, the moving image. Now we're going to come back. And then we're going to type in the message. I'm so sorry to hear that you have COVID. I didn't realize that you had a side business, refurbishing furniture, and understand why it's slow going right now because of the economy. Now, many of the out-of-work professionals that I work with on LinkedIn that have been struggling to find new jobs have started a remote business that has generated immediate income, that has started a remote business that is growing very fast because the state of the economy. And the median income. So you have plenty of time to think about it. About to launch called and help two people become leaders and top earners. Working with me. Now, we can go back over to her profile. And let's see, how long have you been connected to her? Since July. I've learned so much about you since we connected on here in July, that I know I would enjoy working with you, and I'm confident that you would enjoy working with me. We'll be very successful in my business when we work together. She's going to want to know what the business is. Now, I know I would enjoy working with you. and you would be successful, or and then we send it over. All right. And this, my friends, is what you need to be doing every single day. As a matter of fact, you need to be doing it 3 times a day. You need to be doing it 5 times a day. Now, look, she just saw it. So give her a minute to read it. Bum, 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 bum. And we could count down. In less than a minute, she's going to start typing back. And you can predict, just like we know the sun comes up in the east, just like we know the sun comes down in the west. If you're a boater, you know when high tide is, and you know when low tide is. There are tables that you can check. We know she is going to be curious enough to want to know more about this. But look how quickly she answered. That's my point. You have access to 860 million professionals on LinkedIn. If you're doing this 3 times a day, 5 times a day, and you're talking to the right people, you cannot fail if you're doing it right. And that's why I encourage you to jump into boot camp, where we will show, not only will we show you in the October boot camp how to do it right, but I've added an extra session, a 5th session, where I'm going to lay out for you the daily routine of top earners in your business, so that you can not only excel at this, but build a team and rise to the top of your business. You're not going to be, she's not going to be the first person in your company, Mohammed, that hit senior director in 90 days. There's a routine for this. You just need to follow the scripts. Now, I know she's going to come back and she's going to say, yes, what I need to do is I need to log out of here at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We can come back. I want to jump back in my account. And I'm going to turn off. I'm going to go over here to my settings. And I'm going to turn off the dark display and go to light mode. Okay, now let me just take a quick look and see who's here. And I have to tell you, I love when former students come back. So we're broadcasting it right here. So I want to open this up.
From PFM. From PFM.
And I'm going to bring up Dan. And everybody's got a story. Dan has an amazing one. I just want to.
Hi, Max.
Hey, Dan, it's nice to see you.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing is the question.
Living the dream life. That's all I can say. It's amazing. It's amazing. beyond amazing. My business has exploded, and we're just growing in leaps and bounds. We've got our biggest problem is getting enough people and equipment. And as you know, I use your principles outside of network marketing, but they're awesome in any walk of life.
I remember last year you made the comment that you were struggling financially to where you couldn't even put tires on your car.
That's true. That's true. And now we have 5 work vehicles, 5 drones. We in the process of buying another one, and we buy everything with cash.
So what advice would you give anybody that was listening to you? And
I would say, it's all a numbers game, but at the same time, the numbers can be slanted in your favor. And that's what I think your process did for me, was slanted the numbers in my favor. I learned who to contact and how to contact the right people. And I was building a network marketing company, and I stopped just because I got kind of sideswiped when my sponsor died. And Jason was, just a great guy, and it just kind of really set me back. But I was also using these in my personal business, and it just started taking off because of the contacts I was making. I was making local contacts, and just started, it's taken off. We just signed on to clean over 1,000 Pizza Huts. We are cleaning water towers and just things that I never would have imagined. And just the way it's all happened was really just because of making contacts, just expanding my network, contacting people in my area, and contacting people outside of my area with the companies and the people I wanted to work with, and learning who those people were and how to message them. That was the thing that knowing who to talk to is 1/4 of the battle. I think it's about 1/4 of it. It's knowing how to talk to people. That's the hardest part. Knowing what to say, and knowing how to get that conversation going and keeping it going, and get to the point where to be able to say, okay, not right now for this person. They their focus is on other things, but just knowing, I've had people that I talked to, and I realized that the conversation wasn't going where I wanted it to, and it was a not right now. But you know what? We've come back and talked to those people again, and just in keeping up with little messages like, how's happy birthday, and I've had people just say, oh, hey, yeah, thank you, and you know what, I want to talk to you. just by keeping up. And those little things matter, and building that relationship. All I can say is the relationships have meant everything.
Yeah, it's all about relationships. It's all about relationships. Let me ask you, what was the biggest thing that you got from me when we were working in my coaching program?
How to talk to people.
That's right. That's
How
right.
to talk to people. Being able to respond, and responding in a timely manner, but not being like a vulture, and not being on top of people. I still get messages every day from vultures, people that make me feel like they're vultures. And I know they're just trying to build their business, but they shoot me messages, blind messages, about telling me all about their business and how great it is and how much I could earn and all that stuff. And they don't even, and that's the very first message they send me. And you know what? I usually block them. Because, to me, they're just, they're not out there talking to people to work with people. For them, it's just, they just want the money. And I've learned, help enough other people get what they want, and you get everything you could ever want.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's so true. It is the most truest thing I've ever heard. And I didn't know it at the time because it was all about me. Because I need was my issue. I need. I was in a need and not in a helping other people. It was all about me and what I need.
Well, that's understandable when you need tires on your car and you can't afford it. But again, just making that little shift in your mindset, knowing that you're going to fill the need. It's coming.
Exactly.
It's coming.
Exactly.
And Dan,
I was just going to say that last time I talked to you, I figured we'd do $250,000. We're going to surpass $2 million this year. That's a humongous jump. And we can't keep up.
well, I'm glad I played a small part in it.
You know what? I got a couple sales guys coming online soon, and I've been talking to them, talking to my partners about just saying, look, I know what your camp's about, and I know that it's, what it's tailored to, but I'm thinking about sending in through your program just so that they learn how to talk to people the right way.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And,
No, what I was going to say is how many salespeople are you bringing on?
well, we've got one person on now. We're looking at bringing on 2 more.
Okay. So, well, I'll talk to you about that because, in fact, I'll give you a call about it because I've done this with other businesses too, where we've done special trainings specifically for the business.
Right.
So we cut out all of the unnecessary things that relate to network marketing, and we go right after the companies or the types of businesses that you're looking for. If you know who you want to talk to, it's easier to find them on LinkedIn than any place else.
Yep. And I in saying that, I just want to say, I knew that I wanted, one of the markets I wanted to go after was hotels. And so I found all my hotel connections on LinkedIn, and I started talking to them and building the relationship. And all they knew was that, who I was. And we, had messages going back and forth, and I knew who they were, but they didn't really ask much about me until I kind of put out a little bit and just said, oh, what do you do? Even though I knew in advance what they did, like you said, it's all over their profile, but people like to talk about what they do. And once they started telling me, they asked, what do you do? And I told them, and I said, yeah, we clean buildings, from 0 to 200 feet. We clean with drones, so everybody stays safely on the ground. And they're like, wow, that's amazing. And so we cleaned the Florence Civic Center here. We're cleaning hotels and things like that at the beach. And, it's just all because of those LinkedIn contacts and knowing who to talk to.
Well, congratulations. Just imagine where you're going to be New Year's Eve.
Yeah, me and my partners are actually planning a big party for our company. And we're actually selling franchises and stuff too. So, we're bringing our franchisees in, and we're paying for their transportation and everything because, they are the company.
Well, now that you mentioned it, as you bring in franchisees, you could literally teach them all how to do this.
Exactly.
And I'll be reading about you in Fortune magazine next year.
We sure hope so. We're actually the fastest growing drone cleaning company in America right now. There's only 16 cleaning drones in the country, and we own 5 of them.
I love it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Max. Keep up the good work. And the people.
Okay, now I rest my case. If this doesn't light a fire under you, if you don't jump into my October boot camp, well, what can I say? And unfortunately, I only work with, I have a limited number of people that I coach. But if any of you are interested in coaching, then write to support@maxsteingart.com, put in the subject line coaching. One of my staff members will get back to you. I hope you learned something today, and I will be back at 12 o'clock. We have a special Facebook broadcast. And then at 4, we'll do another one of these. So until next time. Best of luck in building your business, and God bless.